Hey everyone, how you doing? We're back with another episode of the Hardcore Italians podcast. I'm Giana and we have Steve and Joe with us today. Unfortunately, Mike is not feeling too great, so he is not with us today, but he'll be back on the next podcast. We are at the week of Thanksgiving already. Holy cow, does time fly when you're having fun. I don't know about you guys, but I just came home. I'm at my mom's house in Chicago.
Very nice.
Lovely wall decorations. Yep, this is my mom's.
Just in time to shovel her payment. Look at you.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Hell yeah.
You're in the hot weather. You go home now.
I know. I know.
That's
I'm dying to get out of here.
Gee, that's a rookie move right there.
You're telling me.
She must
Mom
cook a hell.
came to you.
She must cook a hell of a meal. You know.
Yeah.
Meals, plural, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, Steve.
Wow. Steve, she's only there for the free handouts. That's what it is.
There
she's
you
there
go.
For handouts.
Take home plenty of pastry back west.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys with Thanksgiving coming up though. I'm telling you, I'm preparing myself. I try not to eat so much so I can have a nice
the holidays in general.
Absolutely. You gotta prepare.
For me, it's from Thanksgiving week till New Year's.
Absolutely.
My double chin's in already. Look at this.
Yeah.
But I wear it proud. You know, I rock it. Like I'm not trying to hide nothing. You know. Right, it's that time of year.
Yeah, not only are we missing Mike, we're also missing Steve's beard. So this is
there. You go. It's
gonna
make a comeback.
That's
you wait.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have a choice after this. This month I call it fat season. Okay. Because I can't say no.
Yeah.
I can't say,
why should you?
If I got invited to your house, if and you got stuff out, you offer, I'm not saying no.
Right.
You know?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Pastry, wine, cheese, nuts. Whatever you guys put out on your table when you have company over during the holidays.
Right. Gee, so you said you're at your mom's. Does your mom host it like for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that?
Yeah. So we always have Thanksgiving at my mom's house. And this is the first year I'm shocked. So today's Sunday, Thanksgiving's in 4 days. Every other year I've come home for the holidays. She always has the tables set up at this point, and she doesn't this year. I came home and I was like, Ma, what the hell are you doing? Are you slacking? It's already Sunday and you don't have the house set up?
She's waiting for you to do it.
Hell no.
She's passing the torch.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you got to look at the signs.
I'm 27 years old, and I feel like every time I come home, I'm still like, now that I'm in this home, I do not do my own dishes. Right. I do not do my own laundry.
You're on vacation. You're on vacation. The only person that leaves the hot weather to go to Chicago in November, basically December. I could never.
Yeah. It was 70 degrees when I left.
When I lived in Chicago, I used to come home for the holidays, but it was cold both places.
Yeah, Chicago, Philly.
Chicago has that cold, like cold.
Really cold.
They got like
I hate the cold.
Under zero regularly when I was there. I don't know if it's changed,
right?
But you guys have in the Midwest. Christmas time is Christmas time. It's like
that's all another thing too. I couldn't even imagine. Like I feel like around Christmas, like being from Jersey and everything like that. Like the cold comes with it. Like, can you imagine walking outside to 80 degrees on Christmas Day? Like, I feel like it wouldn't even feel like Christmas to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you get accustomed to it, but I mean, just having holiday decorations out
right
when it's 90,
it's weird.
It's just odd.
You're sweating putting up the Christmas tree, right? It's like
it's not. It is odd.
Yeah,
it definitely is odd.
Although it's got to be totally normal for people who are like born and raised in Florida or even California. That's like,
how many holidays did you spend out west, G?
I haven't done any yet, to be honest.
You always come home.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to though, right?
I was gonna say, I feel like if I didn't come home for Thanksgiving or Christmas, my mom would like, I don't even want to know. She would not be nice. I feel like I need to at least. I guess this past year, I stayed in LA for Easter, which is like nothing exciting. And even that was kind of a big deal. It was like, gee, you're not coming home for Easter? No, what the hell am
The
I going to do at
disrespect.
home?
What do you guys do in your family for Easter? Mine it's either a ham,
Mm,
a lasagna,
yep.
definitely a salad, and then whatever they put out before. It's always every holiday, whatever they put out before dinner,
Yeah.
that makes or breaks the day. It's so much shit.
I agree.
You got to take breaks.
Yeah.
My whole family actually make homemade pasta on Easter every year, or like the weekend of Easter, stuff like that. We'll all get together and do it. Like we've probably been doing that. We used to do it when I was little, then we stopped for a bit, and we just picked it back up maybe like 2 years ago now.
What,
So that's fun.
like gravy or a bunch of different
No,
types
like
of flavor?
actual, like we'll make like spaghetti, but we'll actually like roll the dough, make the dough, roll it out. We used to have the machine where you actually like turned it. You know what I'm talking about? Now we have the electric one, make make life a little easier, which is great. I love doing it. It's always like great to actually experience that and do that. If anyone hasn't done it, definitely a good experience to do. But to me, it's like it's so much work. By the time I'm ready to eat, I'm not even hungry anymore because you're around like all the food. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. Maybe it's me.
This year, because me and my family now, my wife and the kids,
Right.
it's a little bit of a hassle with having my daughter who's 9 months.
Right.
So I told my parents, I'm like, if I'm coming up for the holidays, if we're coming up, it's got to be real early, like somewhere between 1 and 3. And my dad said I'll have everything on the table by 1:30. I'm like, he usually wakes up to start any holiday meal at 5. That means this dude's like in the kitchen with my mother at 3:00.
3:00 in the morning, yeah.
Yo, it's just insane how like certain Italian people they live for that experience.
They can't wait
of cooking for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Around the holidays,
That tradition of making homemade pasta, that's amazing. But yeah, like you said, like it's not easy, really time consuming, and like the more people you have, the better. Hopefully you got a big enough family to like.
Oh yeah, no, the family's huge. And it gets bigger every year with all the kids and everything. I'm the only one not having kids. I get questioned for that, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, it's definitely it's a lot of work, like I said, but it's definitely an experience that everybody should, try it once. It's a totally different taste.
So homemade pasta in our family, we do homemade stuffing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's like really I would say it's an Italian type of stuffing. It's got like sausage in it, some nuts.
Oh.
It ain't like your typical whenever
it's not like
like the days that I used to work at my job on the holiday and they would put out stuffing like that stovetop breading.
Yeah.
I'm like, that ain't stuffing. This is that's slop. I'm not eating this,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have this weird thing with like there's certain foods that I would never eat if you invited me at your house or if I was out at a restaurant. There's just certain things I wouldn't order.
Like what?
Know? I don't know. I would say meatballs. I try to avoid if I go out because everybody says their family's meatballs are the best.
Absolutely, yeah. Unless you're at like a real authentic kind of place where it's like
where they're known for it, you'll give them a play and you'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot, yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had drunk nights where I'm walking out of a club in my 20s and I hit every button on the Wawa screen and I get a meatball. Somehow I get a meatball with lettuce, tomato, and raw onions. Like, what am I doing?
I couldn't even think about that.
That's my worst state of mind.
Yeah, that's funny.
But that's definitely not going to be my holiday meal this year. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I hope not. Going back to what you said about like the whole like the Italian parents and like they live for that, like for Christmas or Thanksgiving or even Easter. I can't get my mother to sit down. So she's so busy doing everything and we're all starting to eat and she doesn't want to sit down. She wants to keep going, like doing this, doing that. Everybody's got a drink. Everybody's got this. And we have to legit yell at her to tell her to sit down because she wants to do so much because she enjoys it. You know what I mean? And then by the time she even sits down, everyone's done. She's already cleaning up. And then at the end, she's like, oh, how was the food? I didn't even like, she doesn't even have time to even eat it. And she doesn't even care. Like, I feel like they don't get it. Like parents don't get enough respect for that of how much work they actually put in for all the food for everybody.
Yeah, that's
you know
my
what I
mom.
mean?
That's my mom and aunt in my family.
Yeah.
Everybody has one or two.
Yeah, and you have to.
Yeah. And it's like you said, Joe, like they do enjoy it. Like that's almost what they live for. Like they love the holidays. They love to like wait on their family and like make other people happy. And like, yeah, it's definitely something we shouldn't take for granted. Like they are so hardworking and we don't deserve them sometimes.
And it's like that's the one time too where I could sit down at the table and do nothing, and my mom come over to the table. I'm like, Mom, give me let me get a glass of wine. Because if it was like yesterday and I said that, she'd be like, get your ass up and get your own wine. You know what I mean? It's like
on
for the holidays, I
on
get that
day,
extra
you
step.
get the chill.
Yeah. I'm tapping my brother. Go watch this. Yeah, let me get a glass of wine real quick. All right, anybody else? I'm like, this is. I wish it was like this all the time. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, my father's the cook.
Okay.
My mother's decorating, cleaning up, setting the table, washing the dishes. Yeah. Like, you try to get up to clear your plate on the holidays. It's like a mortal sin. You sit down.
You say, I got this.
Any other day of the year, you try to pick up your plate. It's, you got class. It's a nice gesture. You put your chair in, you help clean up. That day, don't dirty my mother's sink. Don't do it on Christmas Day,
Or my mom, my aunts, and my cousins, like it's like a Congo line when they're cleaning it up. Like one's handing the dish, the other one's wiping it, the other one's rinsing it, the other one's drying it, the other one's putting it away.
We call it scraping in my family.
If
there's anything left, and they'll be talking about you because you left food on your plate.
What's the matter? You didn't like it? It's no good.
That line is so classic. Yes.
You guys ever had what's called deep fried turkey? Like deep fried a turkey for?
I think my father's trying that this year.
Oh wow!
So we just started. We made like 2 turkeys. Like one, my mother will make a regular one, and then my stepfather we bought like an actual because it's actually like it's dangerous to do. Like some people have like the homemade ones.
Like, you got to do it outside, right?
You have to do it outside, But like I don't know what the number is, but I know it's a crazy amount every year that people get really hurt from it. Like I think like it explodes or you put too much. But we actually bought like one made.
I'd say about 80% of those people are Italian.
Oh,
who else would die for a turkey?
For the food, absolutely nobody. But
it was worth it.
It's a game changer, though. It's definitely a game changer. I'm not really a turkey guy. Like I'd rather eat like lasagna on, you know what I mean? Like I'll go around it. But the deep fry, like to me, turkey is always like just doesn't matter how good you make it. And if my mother's listening to this, a turkey's always good no matter what. But sometimes it's dry. But when you deep fry it, it's like it's a different flavor. It's great. If you're doing it this year.
Do you do a turkey every like Thanksgiving in your Italian household every year?
We do 2 now. So like we do one regular one and then one deep fried, and then we have like lasagna or everything else.
And then when you do Christmas and Easter, you always do a meat or you switch it up with a pasta dish.
Christmas,
both.
Christmas as well. We have we do lasagna on Christmas too. We do depending like who's really cooking. Some years we'll have fish. Like I think last year, 2 years ago, we had like swordfish, like a nice.
You guys do the 7 fishes?
We don't do that. We just but we will have a fish, but it's just like I don't know anybody personally that actually does the 7 fish. G, do you do it with your family or not?
Christmas Eve.
So growing up, my dad is from New York and his whole side of the family is in New York. And my mom's side is from Chicago, where I was born and raised, and her side of the family's out here. Right. So when I was little growing up, probably for the first like 15 years of my life, we'd go to New York to my dad's side of the family for Christmas, and they celebrated Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Eve, we did do the 7 fishes. Okay. And, we'd have like a fish salad that had a few different types of fish in it, and then like a branzino or like a main fish dish. But like more recently, when I've been spending Christmas in Chicago, we are in the restaurant business. My whole family works at one of our restaurants. So on Christmas Eve, everyone's always working. So we celebrate Christmas Day in Chicago. And here it's like, we always have like a fish salad, but we never do like the 7 fish dinner, if that makes sense. Like we always have a fish dish, but we don't.
That's the same thing with me. Yeah.
But like Christmas Eve was like, work. Everyone's got to work today. Like everyone go to work. All the cousins, if you're over the age of 13, you're in the kitchen.
We do the 7 fishes every year, but it's always an issue at my house because my mother complains for a month how bad her house stinks after my father's
Afterwards.
cooking fish for 2 fucking days. She's
great.
like, why you gotta do this? Can't we eat it out? It's
Yeah.
not the same, Ma, you know?
Yeah,
That is
definitely
so
not.
funny.
But my dad goes all out, man. He'll make a seafood salad, like a cold dish. He'll make the fried schmelts. Did you ever have fried schmelts, the little fishes?
No, I haven't had
No,
them, but
no.
I know what you're talking about.
Dynamite. He'll do fried scallops, fried
Oh
shrimp.
wow.
And he puts everything in like a little pan. And you like pick
Yeah.
at it. Bronzino, we love. Swordfish, we love.
Real swordfish, phenomenal.
He'll make a pasta. In my family, usually there's a pasta dish with every holiday. So I'd say Thanksgiving this year, my father's probably going to do like a homemade managut.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm saying it the way you guys say it. And
Yeah, we know what
Chicago,
it is.
Jersey.
I say it that way.
Managut.
And it's got to be a little crunchy. You know, I know a lot of people claim that it should be so. In my family, we like it with a little bit of crunch. You want to keep it in the oven long, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so there's always a pasta dish. Christmas Eve, my all-time favorite, clams and macaroni.
Oh, you can't go.
Linguine and clams.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Macaroni is
little
just
crushed
hilarious.
pepper on her.
And there's another fish dish that my dad's been switching up every like other year that he makes really good. He does he'll do like a linguine, but he'll put either broccoli rabe or broccolini, and he'll do rock shrimp.
Oh, nice.
In like a white, like olive oil and garlic. Phenomenal.
That sounds really
I don't even know if it has a
name,
name, but it comes out great. And
Yeah.
God forbid if you try to pull out cheese on Christmas Eve, you'll get hit in the head with a pot. Of course, it's all fish, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. No,
I mean,
you can't mix cheese and fish.
I'm guilty from time to time sneaking and putting a little bit of grated cheese on a pasta dish with fish on it. But I mean, most Italians think that's a mortal sin.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Wait, Steve, I want to hear more about your Thanksgiving stuffing. You said there's sausage in it.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'd be lying if I'm like giving you the details to the T, but there's definitely a sausage in it every year.
All right.
And I don't know if like nuts. And I don't know if it's the Italian stuffing. If we eat at my aunt's, that's how the stuffing comes out. We eat at my grandmother's, that's how the stuffing comes out. We eat home, that's how my dad makes it. We eat at the neighbor's house, that's how it comes out. Now we go to a restaurant,
it ain't coming out like that.
It's the shit that I'm not eating. That's it.
The breadcrumbs,
yeah. You know?
Yeah.
But my dad makes it, you know, I'm big on the sides on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's what it's all about, though.
Broccolini, broccoli rabe.
Yeah.
I'll probably make like a sweet potato mash.
Okay. Yeah.
My mom, the past couple of years, she's really started baking. We never really baked in my family. The bakers were like the generation that came over from Italy, and everybody's kind of passed and moved on. But you know, I'm a big pizzelle guy. I love pizzelles.
Yes, pizzelles are so good. And you can eat, I don't know about you, but I could eat like 10 in a sitting. Easy. They're
no
so
doubt.
thin, it's like you're not even eating anything.
Now, do you make them soft or with a crunch in your family?
A little crunch, like until they're browned, more so than than like the yellow.
Gee, where's your family's restaurant? That's in New York City or in Chicago?
In Chicago.
Oh, it's in Chicago.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I actually just got home right before we started recording from Amici.
Oh, they're putting you at work.
No, I went to dinner. But but it's hilarious because I was like, I wonder who's working tonight. And my Aunt Sarah, my mom's sister, owns it. And my cousin Natalie was bartending. And my cousins Mike and Nick were there. It's like you just like you see the whole family. It was so
cool. Do you ever feel like, because my aunt, we had a family restaurant from 2004 to 2017.
Okay.
I got a question.
Okay.
Isn't it one of these, is this just Italian family owned places that if you go in there and hang out, there's always a chance that you might get put to work?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I didn't know if that was just my family, but I knew like when my boys would be like, because in my 20s, we would always eat there before we went out. And they would be like, come on, we're going to your aunt's spot. Yeah. And I'm like, look, I love that you just want to give her a play. But if a busboy don't show up or a waiter, I'm working.
I'm not your guy. Yeah.
You are so right. It's hilarious that you say that. Literally, the phone rang today. I'm sitting at the bar with my Aunt Sarah. And I was like, you want me to get that? Like, just out of instinct. And she was like, no, I'll get it. It's all right. And I was like, okay, what am I doing? I do not want to work right now.
I was like sitting people, handing out menus. I'm out on a date. She's like, where's he going?
I'm out on a date.
You know, I'm back there washing dishes. I'll be right out.
Good. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's actually funny. How long have you guys owned it for, Jay?
Amici, we've had for like 35 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah, since before I was born. No, oh my God.
Easy, yeah.
That's like my mom right now. So Amici is like our more so like Italian restaurant. It is Italian. And then my mom's restaurant is called Dunkley's, and it's like very American, like your classic burger, sandwich, salad spot.
Yeah, you gotta love that though.
Right. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
It rocks. They have like a ton of beer on tap, and it's in the suburbs of Chicago. So it's about 25 minutes outside the city, but her hours are nuts. It's like I come home and she wants me to see her and be with her all the time. And it's 9:00 at night here. And I know she's going to be working till like 2 a.m. Right. So it's really hard hours, you know. It's no spring chicken no more. No offense, Ma. I love you.
Restaurant business is just a different lifestyle.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really, really tough. Like it's rewarding, and I always have loved working in the restaurant. Like I love serving people. I love like meeting new people, and I love the energy that it brings, but it's exhausting. It really is. I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
You know, during COVID, you guys did good. Like as far as like, I
mean,
like,
yes.
You guys do the takeout orders, or you just closed down completely?
So like early COVID, like March 2020, shut down. Both my family's restaurants were shut down for like 2 months, and then takeout orders were just flying in. That was great. Yeah. But I mean, it was like the hit or miss all throughout COVID, really. Yeah. And I would say just in the past, like 6 months or even less, it really started to like pick up and get back to its normal busy, if not busier self, which is great, but it's been a long time, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, most holidays, I'd bet if you had a family restaurant for 35 years, there's a lot of holidays where you guys you either eat there or you'll celebrate Christmas on your own day.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did during that run, you know?
Yeah. No, there's like definitely something very special about growing up in the restaurant business. It's like, it weirdly is a second home because you are there so often. Like the majority of my birthdays growing up were at the restaurant, and that just was normal. That was all my cousins. You didn't even have to ask who's hosting the birthday party. We're going to Amici. That's what it is. And it was great. It's like you have so many good memories there, but
you guys are open like on Thanksgiving, Christmas? You guys open?
Not Thanksgiving, but Christmas Eve, for example. If I come home to Chicago, I'm working Christmas Eve. And no questions. G, you're here. If you're in this city, you're going to work. Period.
Right. But hey, you're still with the family though. So like Steve said, you know what I mean? It's like it is what it is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my aunt used to say, "Why don't you come in? I'm making I'm making your." We just put the pappardelle with the mushrooms back on the menu. So I come in, and I was like, why is she asking me to come in on Easter Day?
Yeah.
And I show up and there's one waiter. I'm like, I know what she's doing. Steve, you hate these people.
You don't mind, do you? It would be real quick.
It's a trap.
You just got a few extra minutes, right? You'll be gone soon.
Yeah, I'll make sure you get out of here. Yeah, just cover me on the rush.
You know, I just knew every time I went there to hang out that there was a chance that I'd have a, what do they call that? The apron with the, You got your checkbook in there, the pen.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, your apron. Yeah.
Nobody works a cheese grater like me. I'm telling you right now. I am the pepper
almost
mill.
like a Ford.
I
Let me
am
see
the
the
pepper
Ford.
mill champion of the world. All right, cuz I'll take you. I'll take you on any day of the week.
Deal.
Our pepper mill was like this.
You had the big one. Yeah, you were going like this, or you just
Gigantic.
That's
great.
hilarious. Did you guys make pizzas too? Like, did you have a big dough mixer?
No,
No.
we didn't do. My aunt's style was Italian Mediterranean.
Oh, that sounds
So
good.
it was like
that's different.
beet salad was like an appetizer, fried calamari. She had
And this was in Philly, Steve.
yeah, calf's liver, ossobuco, rabbit.
Yeah.
Really?
Like it was a different type of Italian food.
Yeah.
Braised
pretty cool.
braised tripe, which I think don't get a lot of credit as an Italian dish, like braised tripe. Like that was like my favorite thing to order when I would go there.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm. What else did she have? Ossobuco, pork milanese, like on the bone.
Can't go wrong with that.
What's your menu look like, G?
We
Chicago.
mainly focused on pasta, but we also have like the thin Chicago style crust pizza. So it's like not deep dish, but it's like
What's that? More like a Detroit style?
no, it's
Like a New York thing.
it's thicker than New York style's thin crust pizza, but it's like cut into little squares. So oh god, I don't even know how to describe it.
It was like a
maybe you
grandma
can-
pie. Remember we talked about this the
You
one
said
time.
this last time. It's not a
Steve,
grandma.
you know what a grandma pie is, right?
All day. If
You
a
had
pla-
to-
if a place has grandma pie like that style, I
Yeah.
always
Oh my
try
God,
it
you
out
have to
because
get it.
most places that's the best pizza on the menu.
I told Mike about grandma pie. He thought I was speaking another language. He thought I was speaking Chinese. Never heard of it.
It
Right,
must
G,
be.
you
It
too,
must
right?
be a
Neither.
it must be a Northeast thing.
It has to be oh my God, phenomenal! It's there. You got to get it. You
Yep.
got to get it.
I do not know what a grandma pie is either.
I
you
got
had
to wait. While we're on pizza,
Yeah.
I got into a fight with somebody in the barbershop because they told me it's a disgrace for me as an Italian to order a buffalo chicken cheesesteak pizza. Be honest with me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had
Is
it.
it a disgrace? I don't know.
I would.
That's a
Disgrace is
big
tough
word.
Yeah,
It's not-
he must have been having a bad day. That guy.
Come on.
He
But
was
I could
having a
order
bad-
a chicken cheesesteak, but I
Right.
order it on I don't know. I didn't think it was that extreme.
I mean, I've had buffalo chicken pizza before. For
Yeah.
sure.
You
But-
switch it up.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
end of the world.
disgrace though. I mean,
I mean, I wouldn't. That's never my first like go-to pizza order. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, you go out to a pizza place. Like I got my go-tos. I like the 4 cheese pie, like a white pie.
Mhm.
I like a classic cheese pizza. I like anchovy on my pizza.
that's an Italian thing.
Love
Yeah.
Love.
anchovy all day.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, hold up.
White pizza with broccoli rabe though, phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Right? Phenomenal.
that's a rare piece though, because a
Yeah.
lot of places they're cheap and they don't want it. Broccoli rabe's expensive.
Yep. I actually, so before I even order it, I see you guys have broccoli rabe, and a lot of places don't. And when they say yes, I go, can I get broccoli rabe on the pizza? And some places they already know what I'm talking about. Others are like, well, how do you want us exactly to make it? And so, like you said, some
You
people
chop it up,
they don't want-
you throw it on there.
Yeah, no, it's real fucking simple. Act like it's pepperoni, and then fucking just order broccoli rabe instead. You know?
Oh, guys, I'm
Are you looking up a grandma pie?
No, I looked it up. I've never seen that before. I've never heard of it
phenomenal.
besides you telling me about it. I just sent you guys a picture. We should add this to
Thank
the
God Steve
podcast.
shared.
This is what I'm talking about like a Chicago style
Oh,
thing.
wow, I've never seen this before.
How do
Really?
I open it?
So
Oh.
you,
Come
Click
on, you
the
forget. You
chat.
forget. I'm the oldest one
I just,
here. Okay, have patience.
I'm trying to say this in a non like fucked up way. I just click on it and then it opens up. Did you click it?
It's giving me an option to save.
Yeah, hit
Click on
save.
the- Oh, you
Hit
can
save. Steve, we'll delete it later.
it.
That's different though.
It's not working. It's all good.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing.
Text
like
it
this
to me after the show.
Wait,
Mike,
Joe, You have to come to Chicago. I'll text it to you. You have to come to Chicago and do a Chicago pizza review, but like all styles of pizza, because we don't just have deep dish. Like this is a very popular Chicago style pizza also.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm not like trying to. I've seen the deep dish. I've never had it, and I can feel like I'm not gonna like it. But this is something where it might be more of my alley for sure. Mike actually was just telling me the other day about there's something, I guess, by the Hardcore Italians warehouse, like a pizza thing. Actually, I think it might even be there. Do you know what I'm talking about or no? It's like a pizza festival.
Oh,
He was trying to get me to fly out.
When I lived in Chi-Town, there were two places I went to.
Mhm.
Lou Malnati's, which I'm
That's the
hearing
big one, right?
it's good, but it's a chain, right, G?
Yes.
So it
Don't they
ain't
make frozen pizza?
you don't consider that mom and pop, right?
Not if it's a chain, no
No.
way.
But the majority of the deep dish places out here are chains, but I don't think that makes them any like less.
Now the one that was mom and pop that was pretty consistent. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Pequods?
Oh yeah, I don't like Pequods.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. It was okay. You know, I'll tell you what wasn't. I don't want to bash it because God forbid, you know, I know you and Mike, you guys know a lot of people in Chicago. You might know the owners, but I thought Giordano's wasn't.
I'm totally fine with you on that.
I thought it was soft. I don't like a mushy pie. I thought it was inconsistent depending on if you went to one in Ocean View area or if you went downtown, you'd never get the same. It wasn't consistent. Where if you went to a Lou Malnati's on the south side of Chicago and then you went when you were at River North, you'd get the same pizza. Do you feel the same way?
I could not agree more. Wow, a very good observation for like just.
I was there almost 2 years.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. But I completely agree. My like number like line up for deep dish, my favorite is Lou Malnati's, second favorite Gino's East, and third favorite is Giordano's. I completely agree. The Giordano's crust is so much softer.
Yeah, it's like a mushy pie. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just like not, I don't know, like even like the outside crust, not even on the bottom, but like on the side of it is soft. But both Gino's East and Lou Malnati's have flaky crusts, and that's like what they're known for. I'd say that Gino's East is like has a little bit more sugar in their sauce, so their sauce is a little sweeter, and Lou Malnati's is just kind of like good sauce, in my opinion.
You can't get a bad meal in Chicago, Jersey, or Philly, and like I'm not saying that because we're all from there, but
right.
you go out and you get Italian food. If you give 4 places a shot, one of them's gonna knock it out of the park.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't get me wrong. You're gonna have bad experiences. There's some places that are better than others, but there's just, you know.
No, when you're eating these deep dishes, you're eating it with a fork and knife. It's a serious question. I've never.
Joe, I'm keeping it real with you. When I consider myself a tourist, I wasn't there long, but right. I would. There was no. It was impossible to hold. This thing was like a. It was
that's
like
what I'm saying. I see the pictures. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Are you a fork and knife guy?
Yeah. Yeah. You
like
really
have to?
Like, I mean, I guess you. So okay, here's another great example. The Giordano's pizza. 100 times out of 100, you're gonna have to eat it with a fork and knife because the bottom crust isn't even like, it doesn't even stand up on its own. Like it's really soft. Joe, maybe Lou Malnati's you could.
Joe, it's so crazy their pizza. You gotta when we hang up off of this podcast, I'll text you the link. There's a video up of how the owner of Lou Malnati's, like he shows you how to make a deep dish from scratch. It's almost like he makes a dough dish.
It's like it looks like a pot pie, like a chicken.
Oh, it's crazy. And he starts like throwing in the sauce and the cheese. And at Lou Malnati's, if you order sausage, they're like marbles.
Really?
Yeah.
They're big pieces of sausage.
Yeah.
So I would get pepperoni and sausage double. And it was like loaded with meat. It was, bro, it's good.
So you made your own based off his video.
I got a show in Chicago in March. I already told my boy as soon as you pick me up at the airport, we're going right to lose. He just dies laughing. See, but I'm like at when I go to LA too. Like I go right to In-N-Out Burger when I go to LA. It's like there's just certain things you crave. You come to Philly, people usually say, pick me up from the airport, take me for a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
I know where to take. I know where to take them,
The Gino and Pat, I hear people from Philly don't like it there. Like when I go there, like I'm Philly, I'm gonna go there.
It's a good cheesesteak, but it's not the best.
So which one is the best?
Like G's saying Gino's East. Would you say Gino's East?
Yeah, that's
see now that's bothering me that I didn't try that. I'm like, man, I lived there almost 2 years. How can I? So now I want to go. I'm gonna go out there. It's the first place I'm going.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like pissing me off. Joe, I texted you like, I was in your area in Jersey. All I'm asking you is where to go.
I gave you a great spot. I'm telling you, next time you're around, you got to hit that spot. Belmont Tavern, unbelievable. It's like something straight out of a movie. Like very authentic, old school.
Me and the headliner, we ate at a place called Angelo's.
Angelo's is good too.
So you've heard of it?
Yes.
Gee, you walk in this place.
Yeah.
The restaurant, I kid you not, looks like you're in the scene of a movie.
That's exactly what this place is.
Everything from the cups, the napkins, the way they put out the bread, the bar, the bathrooms is all 1976. Immaculate clean. They got a coat rack to hang your coat. When you walk in and the hostess walks you to your table.
That's amazing.
You don't see that no more. No one would leave their coats out.
It's like a scene like at a Goodfellas, like going to these, like same thing with Belmont Tavern too, exact same thing. Literally, you just hang your coat on a coat rack in the middle of you have to walk past the bar, and there's just an old Italian guy standing there, like giving you an attitude. How many you got? And then he looks around. It's real tight. Everybody's screaming, and they got one guy behind the bar. Like this place is packed. One guy behind the bar. He got his toupee on. You know what I mean? And the wine glasses are like old school, like. You know what I mean? And the food it's unbelievable.
I'm telling you, I went in there. First of all, I walk in. They probably could tell I'm not a local. I walk in and I'm wearing my Eagles shit. Which
right away.
I found out pretty quick. You got a lot of balls getting on stage in front of 300 people in Giants Jets territory.
Yeah, you're in Rutherford and they play in East.
Oh my God,
that was ballsy.
No, I think that this Angelo's is in Lyndhurst. Did I say that right?
Yes, Lyndhurst. Yeah, yep.
So I walk in there and the lady up front, she's like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to eat at the bar." She's like, "We don't do that here."
Yeah.
Like, well, what do we do?
Yeah. Teach me the ways.
She's like, "Well, I have a table for one." They literally have a table
for one person.
One person with a setting. I said, "Oh, so I can't eat at the bar?" They're like, "No, you could sit at the table for one. I got a reservation at 7, but if you're just eating quick." So I literally like sat in the corner
up against the wall.
That's amazing.
Steve, I even gave you the whole thing to order when I told you where to go.
Oh, the Fremont.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
Belmont.
I want to go up there with you.
Yeah,
just like if you guys came up to my way. Yeah. It's better when you're with a local.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're done eating. Where can we go now? Let's go to the card game. What do you want to do now? Let me take you over. Let's go for a walk in this neighborhood or that. Let me show you the church. Like it's different when you're with someone.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially when you know the area, everything else, for sure.
I'm sick you weren't around, Joe.
I know. The one time I was out, I had to go all the way down the shore to my stepbrother's house for like a family, like friendsgiving thing. You guys do the friendsgivings?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's
Nah, that was the generation after me.
That's right. Sorry, Steve. Sorry for making you feel old.
Yeah, we didn't do friendsgiving.
If it wasn't my own brother, I would have canceled it. I would have canceled for sure. But next time you're around, 100%. Or even
so friendsgiving. Everybody brings something. Is that a? No, I'm asking. What's the rule?
Yeah. So
if you're hosting, you show up empty-handed, or you got to bring.
No, everybody brings something. So like, I brought. What did I bring? Oh, I brought the desserts. They asked me to bring desserts. I went to this place, Vacaro's Bakery, great spot. We got a few cannolis. We got I knew my sister-in-law likes carrot cake. We got our nice carrot cake, and then I think we got a red velvet cake too. I didn't even have. Don't even ask me how it was. I didn't eat it. But
That's one thing I love about Jersey and New York. And
Yeah.
Chicago is kind of like this, but Jersey, New York just does it so much better. And LA, forget it. Your bakeries are
insane.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. Like when you say, okay, I'm in charge of dessert, you know, whatever you're going to bring, wherever
Yep.
you buy it, it's going to be 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, our bakers are really good.
So
Really,
good.
really good.
Chicago, I remember Chicago have it. Not many of them,
Not many.
but they're around.
Yeah.
Gee, when I lived there, they were just building I think there's two of them in the country. One's in Times Square and one's in Chicago. It's called Italy.
Oh yeah.
I just saw one of these too. I think
there's one in New York.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw someone was in the one in New York.
And I think they just built one in Vegas.
They have one in LA too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they're getting big.
But they had like a bakery in the middle of the building.
Yeah, that's a good spot. That's a good one. That's true. But I mean, like the mom and pop shops that have like old school Italian cookies. Like you have little figurini, yeah, those are.
So what Christmas cookies do both you guys expect the family to make every year?
So it's actually funny you say that. So every year, like I think I gotta check my phone. Big group chat with the family. I just open it up and I close out and I hear about it later. We do my family does a cookie bake off. So my whole family will go to my mother's house and everybody has to make their own cookies. You can't make the same one as anybody else. So you have to let them know what you're doing. And then we all so basically we have, let's just say 13 people making their own cookies. And at the end, everyone will try them all. We'll pick the best one, just for fun. And my mom usually buys Amazon gift cards and whoever had the best one, you get this, you get that. She's extra with it. But and then everyone just brings home, my mom gives out goodie bags almost, and you put whatever cookies you want in it and you bring it home. So for me, it's anything, a bunch of cookies. You know what I mean? It's not so much just one kind. It's more of a, combination of them all. So it's pretty cool.
That's a good tradition.
I don't know what the cookie is with the little red in the middle.
The cherry.
The cherry.
What's the name of that?
What the hell is that called?
See, if we had Mike here right now, he knows the name of all these things.
Yeah, this guy's got to be sick of all days. Right when we need it.
I forget what that cookie's called.
I'm looking it up.
It's like a butter cookie and it has that little. But anyway, to make a long story short, I love that cookie, but I never eat the red.
yeah, you eat around it. You know what? With someone in my family, they put the Hershey Kiss in the middle instead of the cherry. It's even better. That one I'll eat.
That's the move.
That one I'll eat.
They're just called cherry almond cookies.
Almond cookies or amaretti cookies.
Justin, you said what did you say?
I said what I was seeing was cherry almond cookies.
Cherry almond?
Here we are.
But they might be called. They might be called something else. In Italian or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we do pizzelles. We do the one with the red drip in the middle that no one eats the middle.
Yeah.
And we do butter cookies. And she makes a cookie. Let's see if my Aunt Roseanne's up.
See if she's awake. Aunt Roseanne, can you call into this podcast real quick?
How great would this be?
We're gonna phone a friend.
Hello.
Aunt Ro.
What?
Hey, real quick question. The cookie you make with the red around the holidays with the red dot in the middle. What's it?
Spritz cookies.
What is it?
Spritz.
Spritz?
Spritz, yeah, with the gun.
The gun. What
Wait a
gun?
minute.
Yeah, you do it with the gun. You put the thing in there and then it does it. Spritz
Okay, and then what's the one that's a ball? It's it looks like a snowball.
Oh, grandmom, yeah, I like it.
What's that called?
The ones with the nuts in them?
Yeah. What's that one called?
Snowballs.
Snowballs, we call them?
Snowballs. It's only butter and flour, and you don't put no. It's only butter and flour, and you roll the balls.
And the one that you used to make, the cookie that when you bake it looks like a stromboli, and then you cut it with
my mother makes.
Yeah, you cut them into thin little pieces. What is that? Biscuit?
It's like a biscuit, yeah.
You don't remember? You guys didn't have a name for it?
No. It's just that my mother used to make strut means bake twice.
Okay.
That's what the strut means. But my mother used to make the twist. Yeah, they're like the twisted.
The twist cookies. Yeah, they look like pretzels.
Yeah.
What cookies you making this year?
I don't know. I gotta sit. I need help. I gotta sit down. I don't know.
I'll come and help you.
She gotta have a sit down just for the cookies. I love it.
We'll see.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna stop over.
Steve, what's in the stuffing? Ask her.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, stuffing.
No, she's not the aunt that makes that.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
Every aunt has a role. My aunt's
Okay.
Aunt Roseanne's the baker.
Yeah, listen, Aunt Roseanne did a
Aunt
good
Lynn
job.
makes the stuffing.
The fact that she said she needed to have a sit down to figure out what cookies. That's how serious we take this shit, though. You know what I mean?
Also, it wasn't
Well, we
like
got some answers, kind of.
We got.
It sounds like Aunt Ro don't even know what the name is.
but it's hilarious. Like, this was not an abnormal conversation for you to just call and be like, Aunt Ro, what's the name of the cookie? Oh yeah, that's the one. Normal.
She didn't ask why you're asking her nothing. It was just question and answer.
She knew
That
where I was going with it.
Amazing.
What a sweetheart.
Hilarious.
We should bring on the show all our family cooks.
We should.
Do like a quick little Q&A.
That would be. I could call my Aunt Ro. Aunt Ro.
Everybody has an Aunt Ro.
Mike's mom is Ro.
Really?
It's Rosalie, right? Yeah, I think so.
That's right.
No, Mary. Mike's mom's Mary. Does he have an Aunt Rosalie? What's your mom's name, Joe?
Marianne.
I got an Aunt Marie.
Yeah.
I got an Aunt Marie. I feel like a lot of those names aren't happening anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they're getting weeded out.
Yeah.
My mother's the only Marianne I know.
Yeah. We got to bring back these old school names like Dolores.
Dolores. Yeah.
See, you laugh because you think old lady.
That's my grandmother's name. I
You
swear to
think
God,
old
my grandmother's name is Dolores.
But you think older woman. See, that's the
Yeah,
problem with our generation. We got to stop that.
What
We
about
gotta.
what's the name when the manager with the short hair? What is the joke? Karen. You hear Karen, you're like automatically negative thought.
You blame that on social media. It got blown
yeah,
out of, it got blown into this thing, you know.
Yeah.
We all know what it means, yeah.
But the fact that you said Dolores and you said it's an old name and that's my grandmother's name, that's not that you're old, grandmother. Not that you're old.
Yeah, you're great.
All right. Well, I mean, I think we hit. It's a shame we didn't have Mike here. I think he would have dropped some knowledge on us. I know he knows a lot of the names of these. Just any of the cookies we brought up. Can you clarify the professional Italian wording on any of these?
Oh man, I looked up that one a bunch and couldn't find anything Italian on that particular one. I know that like rainbow cookies that they, are popular on the page a lot as far as like the Italian cookies go. The ones that actually have like the Italian colors in them. And I'm trying to think of cookie wise, what else is popular. I was wondering if any of you played Scopa or anything during the holidays, like the card games. Because that was another thing I was thinking about, just in case, because I know that that's something that's typical around that time of year.
I actually have the cards. I just haven't played in so long.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody was an avid player of the game, but
we'll play poker, pinochle,
Pinochle.
rummy.
Okay.
We'll play games like gin. But
have you guys ever played Scopa before or no?
I love Scopa. Scopa and briscola are really big in Sicily. So my family's always played them. Like when we would go to Sicily for the summers, there's a briscola tournament every summer.
Oh, wow.
So I was never as good as like the old no-nos in the town, but I participated a couple times in the briscola tournament, lost in like the first round every time. But
how would you describe that game to somebody who's never played it before? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's not Italian, like if they said, what's that game about? How do you as briefly as possible describe, how to play?
Kind of like, have you guys played euchre? It's like a big, like Midwest Michigan game in Illinois too. Okay. It's kind of like euchre. If you haven't played euchre, I don't really know how to describe it. It's, I don't know. I mean, first off, the whole deck, like the Sicilian cards or even the Calabrese cards, are very different than like your American deck of cards.
Hold on, let me
So-
see if they're in this draw real quick.
But yeah, I mean, they have like
There's guys in the neighborhood that have like domino leagues. Like that's big around here in like Philly, Jersey, but never that. At least in my if it is around the Philly area, I really never really cross paths with anybody that plays like that, you know.
That's fair. So you guys, you said you would play pinochle and poker. Did you bet money on the card games? Or
Well, we say it's a friendly game, but by the end of the night, someone's leaving with no money in their pocket.
I can't even find them. I
Uncle
thought
Joe,
they were in
yo
that
me
draw.
100. Yo me
Absolutely.
100.
I can't believe we just put my aunt on speaker. And I said, Aunt Rose. She goes, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, thanks. I mean, I don't know if Justin wants to leave that in or not, you know?
No, that was
No,
good.
that was gold. Actually, that was,
That
one
was
of my
really
favorite
good.
parts. One of my favorite parts of the whole interview was you calling.
Oh, agreed.
He literally said I had to.
She
sit down.
didn't, but she didn't answer any of our questions, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't know that Biscotti mean bake it twice. I didn't know that.
And then I asked her, "What are you baking this year for the holidays?" She goes, "I don't know. I need a lot of help over here."
Yeah. I gotta
Fantastic.
sit down and think about it. I go, wow.
All right. Happy
All right.
holidays.
Yes,
Yeah.
enjoy
All right.
the holidays with your family.
Thanks.
We'll talk
Enjoy.
soon.
Thanks,
care, guys.
everyone. Hope y'all had a
JJ,
good
too.
Thanksgiving. We'll see
You
you next
too.
time.